In this episode of Inspired Infrastructure, I'm diving into a suggestion from a viewer in Thomasville, Georgia, a small city with some rather wide streets which appear to be overbuilt and unsafe, particularly near a couple of local schools. Check out Jackson Street and Hansel Street, which border Thomasville High School and Scott Elementary. This asphalt here is wide enough for 6 lanes of pavement and are probably twice as wide as they need to be. Streets like this, which prioritize cars over the safety of people walking and biking, is precisely why this channel exists, so I'm picking up where I left off in the last episode of creating safer, more accessible routes to school. So let's head into Beyond Typicals and start building today's Jackson Street. Like I said, this road's really wide with a lot of space dedicated to the vehicle. There's a really long right turn only lane that feeds into a residential neighborhood, plus a through and left turn only lane approaching Hansel. In the opposite direction, there's 2 through lanes plus a shoulder, which looks like it might be for pickup drop-off operations or overflow parking next to these high school athletic fields. Then on the outside, we have 5-foot sidewalks, which is really the only space in this 80-plus feet for people who aren't in a moving vehicle. And as I finish this up, I'll remind you this is a pretty new YouTube channel, so if you're enjoying this, please like and share this video and subscribe to Inspired Infrastructure for more episodes like this coming soon. Now, to reimagine Jackson Street, I'm first going to assume that the shoulder on the right might be needed for some school events, so I'm going to keep it, but there's still way too much pavement here. I pulled out that right turn only lane on the left side and figure that those cars can wait their turn with the through traffic at the stoplight. Then I can easily remove that second through lane on the right side. That's just extra space that's going to encourage people speeding next to these schools. With all this extra space we get from removing those lanes, I can widen the sidewalk on the right to 8 feet, which will make it more comfortable for groups of kids walking together along the high school frontage. Then on the other side of Jackson, I have plenty of space to add a brand new 10-foot bike path between the existing sidewalk and the narrowed roadway, which is going to create a new option for kids to get to school and promote a healthy, active lifestyle for these students. I don't want to stop there though, because I also want to take a look at this intersection while considering we have a narrower Jackson Street with a new bike path as it approaches Hansel. Now, Hansel has half the daily traffic as Jackson and just as much pavement, so we should also consider tightening up that road width as well. There's this free flow right turn slip lane from Hansel to Jackson, which definitely prioritizes car speeds over the more vulnerable people using this intersection. This configuration is very unwelcoming to people biking and walking and doesn't appear to be necessary here at all. So I'm going to use some really rudimentary drawing tools here, but I can roughly approximate that proposed Jackson Street section I made in Beyond Typicals using the existing lane widths in the image as a guide. I can then start to extend the sidewalks and bike path to the intersection and start envisioning what it would look like if we got rid of that right turn slip lane on Hansel. By narrowing these streets, we can significantly shorten crossing distances, making it easier and safer for these students to get to school. Also, narrowing Hansel Street gives us space for a southeast continuation of that Jackson Street bike path in front of Thomasville High. This, combined with smaller corner radii and shorter crosswalks, is going to make this area much more accessible to those walking, biking, or rolling, while deprioritizing vehicular traffic speeds near these schools. This redesign isn't just about removing excess lanes, it's about creating a safer, more welcoming environment for all users of the roadway. By making these changes, we're prioritizing people over cars, making the journey to school safer and more enjoyable for everyone. Thank you to my Thomasville viewer for the suggestion and inspiration. If you'd like to leave your own suggestion, please leave a comment on this video or visit inspiredinfrastructure.com. Thanks for watching.